Hello, welcome back. This is the Fan Awakens unboxing edition, I guess. Recently, I had a birthday, and huge shout out to my friend Gurkirat for gifting me these awesome Star Wars books. They're all like these box sets that I've seen online, but I really didn't know, like I hadn't seen them on the market, I hadn't seen them in stores really, and it was really cool to get these, and I just wanted to box them or unbox them on the camera just because I think it's really pretty exciting. And that's pretty much what we're going to do today. So I have the Imperial Handbook. We got that one. We've got Smugglers Guide. And then we also have the Jedi Path. And then the big one. You guys can't see it, but we got young Jobby over here on the side. And we got Book of the Sith, which is probably the best one, right? I would think so. But they're all wonderful pieces, and they all seem really well packaged and themed. So without further ado, I think I'm going to start with the Smuggler's Guide, and we'll go from there. So, let's kind of do this. It's a work in progress, so we'll see how this goes. But, got the Smuggler's Guide, and this one is pretty much a tale. It's like a book that's gone hand to hand. Different people have held it. You know, it's gone from Maz Kanata to Lando Calrissian to Han Solo. Smaller characters like Hondo Ohnaka, who you'll see in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and he was made famous in the Clone Wars. And also Dryden Voss from Solo. He was Paul Bettany's character. So this is just something that I think these things really further the world, and I just think that it's really cool that, you know, you can buy these on paperback or on hardcover, but it's always nice when Star Wars sort of does a little extra and makes these really nicely themed boxes. So this thing right here is pretty nice. I don't know how to open it yet, so that's gonna be fun. But it looks like it slides outside, right? But it's not sliding outside. Oh, here we go. Here we don't go. I may need assistance, sir. This is proving difficult, so... Oh, there we go. They really didn't want... They wanted to make sure this was difficult to get, you know? It says that it was found in a lockbox on the Millennium Falcon, so I guess it makes sense.
It's a 16-year-old.
16 and old. Yeah, well, I just turned 24, so I figured that I'd have an easier time getting this thing out of the box. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh, wait a minute. It is alive. There we go. So now we got this off. Very tight sleeve. They really did not want that to work. Extended this video by at least a minute. And we got another box. And there it is. So it comes with little instructions. It's not self-explanatory. Good thing I read it, because I think I'd break it if I didn't. So we've got this little symbol right here. It appears. Take this guy out. Put this fella to the side. And we're left with this. Alright. Let's see, remove and discard. That's out of there. It says rotate counterclockwise. Alright, so we got Canto by Casino, baggage check, capes, cloaks, and creations. We got some different cool little, what is this? Registration for transport, Han Solo. Oh, it's more Han Solo, different different identities. These are really cool things. These are really cool propaganda. It looks like different items they've sort of used to smuggle, used to get into places they probably shouldn't be. This, let's see, where does this go? Oh. Oh my. Ooh. Here, I'm gonna do that again, but I want to see. Here, you gotta check this out. Take the papers on top, put it out, you press this in, book raises out. I did not know this was going to be so interactive. And there you go, that's the book. Very, very, very nice feel to this thing. It feels really, here, feel this thing. That's nice. That's nice. So, I'm really excited to read this. I think I actually might start with this one just because it's really cool and it's gone through so many hands over so many, a long amount of time in the history of Star Wars. So you get to see sort of a perception of all different time eras, so that's really awesome. And that's really freaking cool, man. I didn't think that there was going to be so much to this one. I really thought that only the Sith and the Jedi ones were so interactive, but that is a really cool piece. And I'm definitely going to have to display that. But we'll be putting that one back. And on to the next. The one I'm most excited to read is probably the Jedi Path. But I think that the Book of the Sith is also going to be a nice companion piece. Since the Sith splintered off from the Jedi, I'm not even going to try and put that back in there. And moving on, now we are going to do the Imperial Handbook with a foreword by Grand Moff Tarkin of Star Wars fame. Of course, he did not make it to an escape pod in time because he was not smart enough, apparently. So, we got the Imperial Handbook, a commander's guide. The Empire has taken hold of the galaxy soon. With the completion of the Death Star, its control will be absolute. In preparation for this Imperial expansion, high-ranking officials from each branch of the Imperial military will have preparation and yada yada yada. This is what they carry with them, this is what they read, what they study, how they turn into the Imperial officers that we know, and sometimes love, hate. This is a lot easier open. So thank you to the Imperials for knowing that people got to get down to business and they got to study. This thing is a lot bigger than I expected as well. Just for reference, that's about a medium to large golf glove hand right there, so not very big. But I threw away the instructions, and it appears I got to figure this thing out. Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, so we got a button here. I didn't even notice that. Beautiful. Whew. That's pretty nice. Those things open up. Beautifully placed. I wonder if this is standard issue. We have Imperial Handbook, Commander's Guide, description, small printed volume with black cover, filed by Commander Luke Skywalker. Alliance Command. It's got a little foreword, which is really cool. I like how they all come with notes inside. A lot of them have detachable items inside, different things placed. And this is all like procedures and going over the various, ships and roles and distinctions by different, it's got the handbook of the whole galaxy. It shows you everything. So this is really nice book, and really nice packaging. It feels sort of official, like it's, it fits in the Empire. Press the buttons again. Nope. There we go. Hopefully they're all that easy. That was a breeze. I worked up a sweat doing the other one. But we're moving on. That's the Imperial Handbook. Next up, the one that I've personally been waiting for, the Jedi Path. As you know, I just don't like the dark side, I love the characters. A game like Knights of the Old Republic, you get to choose your side, you get to be a light Jedi or a Sith, and I've played the game 5, 6, 7 times, and I've not been able to play the Sith once. I do a bad deed and I feel bad. Can't do it. But let's see what we got in here. Once again, beautiful. Nice box. Alright. Open this guy up. And Jedi Path Vault Operating Instructions. Remove the plastic tab. Got it. Open this guy up. And there we go. Jedi Path, a manual for students of the Force. This venerable text, crafted by the ancient Jedi Masters, has educated and enlightened generations of Jedi through wars and rebellion. A single copy has survived, annotated by those who have held it, studied it, and lived its secrets. It is now passed on to you. Sounds very Jedi-esque. Of course, we have the very famous hands of Luke Skywalker in the poster of Star Wars New Hope put onto this thing, etched on. We have a dual sun looking etching as well, which is really nice. Obviously very Luke Skywalker centric. And I feel like I'm a Jedi opening this. I feel like I'm on Octu visiting the Jedi tree, and oh my gosh. Press down platform so the left and right sides clicked into lock position to place book on platform, then close doors until they meet. This is incredible. They've got LEDs in here. I feel like I'm a Jedi. Even the pages, man, they make them feel like they're tattered and worn, and you know, that's really nice. And okay, this is really cool. So you have like torn out pages. Who knows what those could be? You have a little note, especially from Luke. These pages were already torn out when the book came into my possession. I don't know who tried to suppress the prophecy, but it was most likely the Emperor, Luke. And we got a nice little note. Again from Luke Skywalker. Oh, and that's really cool. On the inside, they have sort of like a sign-in sheet right here. All the Jedi who've owned it. So we've got Yoda. We got Thames Cerulean, Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, of course. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Darth Sidious, and Luke Skywalker. So it really does have a theme of being passed on from Master to Padawan, Master to Padawan, Master to Padawan, which is really nice. It's going to go back in there. That is wonderful. I really want to read these, but I'm also sort of afraid. And that's a wonderful thing. I think they did a great job crafting these. But this means that we have one left. It is a big one. It is the granddaddy of them all, as they say. It is the Book of the Sith. Book of Sith, similar to Book of Mormon, but not really similar at all. It comes in a holocron, which is huge. You know, they sell these things at Galaxy's Edge, and people are finally, you know, I think holocrons are starting to get into the general masses as far as knowledge of what they are. But there's Book of the Sith, the one I've been waiting to open. And so far, none of these have let me down, man. All of these have really exceeded expectation. But this is the one that I've been most excited for, Star Wars Book of Sith. And this is really, I think it's going to be a nice companion piece because, you know, as we know, this is a Legends book, but really they don't have any, they haven't really dove into canon much as far as Sith go yet. And I do believe they will still use most of the stuff in here as far as canon. And I think it's widely still accepted. And so the Sith splintered off from the Jedi in the early days. And so I think it'd be a nice companion piece. It may give more insight into why the Sith split off, their ideals, how they are similar to the Jedi, what they took from the ideals of being Jedi, and sort of, you know, the fall into the Sith. So this book is pretty well packaged. We got a lot of tabs here. But, you know, I'm starting to think that first box was just a warm-up. Like, I just wasn't ready for the game. Open this up. Got some packaging. Alright, got some instructions. Pretty self-explanatory here. And there she is. In all her glory. The Sith holocron. Similar to a Jedi holocron, but red. Let's see how we're going to do this thing. I'm going to put it right here. So it says you just push the button and all you seek shall be answered. So without further ado. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got a couple more things in here. Let's see, it's an Arabish inscription. This is Night Sister Talisman. So this is a Night Sister Talisman. If you have not watched the Clone Wars, this thing right here is basically a talisman that Mother Talzin always wears on a necklace. It was imbued with the blood of Darth Maul, and she gave it to Savage Opress's brother when he was trying to find him, when they learned that he may still be alive. And Savage was meant to be trained in the ways of the Sith by Darth Maul. And so this is kind of a deep cut right here, but it's come up a few times in canon, and I think that's a really cool piece to include in this. And then we also have right here, it's a lightsaber crystal. We got a kyber crystal, of course, in the color of red. Sith, all kyber crystals are originally white. I don't know if this guy's gonna come out. Oh, yep, there he is. Red kyber crystal right here. Of course, all kyber crystals are white, and you have to, you know, if you're not a Jedi, if you're not a Sith, it's gonna remain white. Jedis usually get it to turn blue or green or even yellow on most cases. On rare occasions, we may get a purple, but Sith have to bleed their crystal in pure hate, and that's how they get the red color. But this is a beautiful book. It's this really nice, satisfying feel. It's all red, of course. Got that horror Sith hatred feel. And a note inside. Each recovered text has its own texture and size. We'll never know what the complete books look like. These pages are all that remain Luke. So Luke has had this in his possession, and these are really cool, man. It's a lot of propaganda. They have different pieces. This is some sort of cloth. I'll have to read about this. Seems like some sort of ritualistic cloth. And that is it. That's going to be the final piece. So I'm just going to put this back in here, and from what I understand, just go ahead and press the button again. I'm gonna cry, or something. I don't know if I can. That's how you get me to read. That's how you get me to read. That's all I can say. This is beautiful, and they have all these different, etchings on the side, and it really is a very, very, very well replicated holocron, and you don't really have any other franchises that do things like this. They have this extended universe in books and comics and TV shows and movies, and Marvel's doing their thing, and I love Marvel, but Star Wars has so many things they do, and I enjoy all of them. And this is really a, I have a lot of Star Wars memorabilia and things. This is up there, man. This is a really, really, really beautiful thing. And I'm going to start reading these, and I'm going to start giving reviews on them. I'm sure we'll do it on the podcast. But I want to thank you all for watching this video. Go ahead and follow us at the Fan Awakens Podcast on Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube at Phantom of Movies. We post our podcast every week. And that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to give further reviews in video form and in audio form on podcast, and you can look forward to those as soon as next week. So with that, we will see you next time. May the Force be with you.